Yo, what up YouTube, it's your boy AM coming to you with an AM vlog. Here to talk about my experience at When We Were Young Music Festival. For those that don't know, about 2 weeks ago, AMPM went over to Las Vegas to check out the When We Were Young Music Festival, which had a litany of emo bands that played over a course of one day. And for those that don't know what emo is, it's just a type of music, like rock music, that has very sensitive lyrics in terms of like in your emotions, with very hard, guitar riffs and choruses and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually pretty cool music.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
What I want to say for my vlog is just like my overall experience. The tour, the name itself implies that, it's for people that are a bit older, because, emo music came out probably about early 2000s to about 2010. So it's about a period of music that, was out there for a bit. And so it was music that I listened to in my 20s. From my early 20s to my mid 20s, and so we wanted to go check it out. PM is also a huge fan of it, so it just kind of like worked perfectly. And so we were originally going to plan to do an AMPM adventure in real life, but then I decided, we should just probably be in the moment instead of having to document it and just enjoy ourselves. And it turned out to be a good decision, because ultimately we weren't, looking at the concert behind our phones or our cameras and things like that. We were actually just in the moment and enjoying the music. But obviously, with all these types of things, we're in the 2020s. So I did record some videos, and so I'll be sharing some of these videos throughout this vlog to kind of give you a little bit more insight of what was going on. But I just wanted to share some highlights that we experienced during our time in Las Vegas. And as you can see here, it's a bit cold and fall, and it's just really definitely fall time. But over there, the weather was perfect. It was 70 degrees. It was sunny. It was actually just really, really, really nice. And so when we first got there, we didn't know what to expect, because this was post-COVID. And even though we were kind of out and about during the summer this year, we never been to a big major gathering of people. We've been to a few concerts, but we're expected to see over 100,000 people. And so this was going to be a really, really big thing. But overall, the experience was pretty nice. We walked right into the venue. We had to wait in line for a bit, but it wasn't too long. It wasn't like we were waiting for hours and hours. They had a lot of people there kind of monitoring everybody coming through. It was just really funny though to see people, wait in line because of the music and being in the the early 20s. So you had people that were, older, like AMPM's age. And then you had younger people, probably in the 18 to 25. But they were wearing the emo gear. And so I'll put a picture of a typical emo person up here on the video. But yeah, they were basically cosplaying as emo kids. And it was just really interesting to see that, because obviously they weren't there during the actual period of time when this music was really popular, but they were there going to check out the bands, because they probably heard about them from their parents and stuff, but then they were cosplaying. It was just really strange to see that. And then the older people, our age, they were having families and stuff, and so they're bringing their kids. We saw so many babies, which was really, really funny. And then when we got inside, the actual venue was kind of nice. It was set up pretty cool. They had little shade stations, so you wouldn't get overheated. And there was a lot of people just sitting around under those shade stations all the time. So we never actually got a chance to really experience, because when we got to when we wanted to sit down underneath the shade, there were just so many people already there. So we just had to make do with what we had. But it was just really cool, because a lot of the bands that came out, it was probably the first time they ever got to play emo music probably in like the last 10 years. And so they were so excited to like be on stage, to be able to play once again, and also to play to like a large crowd, because there was like tons and tons of people at this festival. It was pretty crazy. At one point we were like there to see All American Rejects, and it got so packed that we were like shoulder to shoulder with people. And then when the band finished playing, they were gonna play like another set just like right around the corner, and then people were just like all herding as like one huge mass of people going to the next stage. And so that was pretty wild. But it was also pretty cool because you were like be singing the songs with like thousands and thousands of people, and it was pretty awesome.
At the end of the world, one last thing I see, you are.
For me personally, it was like a time warp. It was like, Back to the Future, where I went into my own DeLorean and I went back in time. And so it was really, really, really cool and really, really awesome. I just remember being in my 20s thinking like, really identifying with the music and just like being in my feels a lot. And then thinking like, yeah, life could be so much better and things like that. But then when I think about it now as an adult, I'm just like, life was pretty awesome back then. I don't know why I was like so freaking out so much. I guess that's just like the retrospect of being young, right? You think everything is worse than it really was. And I was like really glad that the music that I enjoyed during that time still holds up today. I think it could be something where like all of these bands, even though like, the people would say it's like a phase, people, there had really fond memories of it. And I think it would resonate really well for like the current climate of like, young people. And so if those that are, don't know about the emo scene and things like that, I would tell you to check out that music, because you might be in for a big surprise. We originally went there to go check out My Chemical Romance, because that was probably one of my favorite bands during that time period. And I would say that their music today is still pretty awesome. It's like pretty cool. I mean, we were there, and they were the last band. They closed out the festival, and they were, all the songs they sung, everybody was just like singing along, and it was really magical and really awesome. And so for a lot of us, well, I don't know if it's for like a lot of us, but for me in particularly, I actually didn't have enough money when I was in my 20s to actually go see a My Chemical Romance show. And so for me as an adult, it was kind of like one of my missions to kind of like go check it out, because now I had, the means and the access to actually go check out one of the bands that like, probably shaped my youth. And so I was like so excited to go, and it was really awesome. So like I'm gonna be saying that like through all this vlog, like how awesome it was, because it was so cool, because like I was just like transported back in time to my youth. And there I was just thinking, when I was younger, one of my, I want to say it was like my goals, but like one of the things that I would want for the most was to be like, have a girlfriend, and then just like listen to like music together. And then now, like, when I'm a lot older, I'm married to PM, and we like the same music. And so like dreams kind of come true. I mean, it was pretty awesome. And then we're there at the festival, and we're listening to like music of our youth, and then just imagining, during that time we were really hoping for like that type of thing to happen, and now as an adult it did happen. And looking back is like, yeah, life is good, life is cool. And so ultimately I just want to say that like, if you really want to like take that time travel, just think of stuff that you've done when you're like a little kid, or like when you're younger, that you're really passionate about, and just go and do it. Because I think that ultimately it's just like really rewarding to do. Because for me, it was just awesome to be able to experience that one more time. And this is pretty much going to be it for my vlog, and I hope you enjoy it. And let me know what you think. Other than that, I give you peace.